Hey everybody, what's up? It's Joel, aka The Daily Guru, and it's time for another edition of Something Old, Something New. Today for Something Old, we're going back to one of the most amazing and absolutely ambitious albums ever recorded. It's George Harrison and his staggering 1970 triple album, All Things Must Pass. Strangely enough, I want to start off at the end of this record because most people try and write off the 5th and 6th sides of this album as a waste of time. But the reality is that these jam sessions are some of the most historically significant of all time because it was during these sessions that Derek and the Dominoes were formed. But aside from that, they're just jam sessions, and while they're cool, it's the core of the album where the greatness lives. The fact of the matter is, there's not a single song on any of the 4 sides that's anything less than spectacular. Throughout this entire album, it becomes very, very obvious that George Harrison was completely underutilized in his previous band, as his abilities as both a composer and a lyricist are second to none. All Things Must Pass presents a massive range in sonic structure, as there are soft, meandering pieces like the title track, and then there's all-out rockers like Wah Wah. It's also the amazing spirit that runs throughout every single song that makes it impossible not to fall in love with this record. Harrison is able to present amazing lyrical contrast, while one can see the entire record as a general thought process on the meaning of life itself. On every single song, George Harrison is at his best when it comes to singing, and this again proves another area where his talents were not properly harnessed in his previous band. It's the calm that never wavers on any track that makes the overall album even more mesmerizing, and one can truly feel this amazing warmth that isn't on any other album in history. Quite literally, every element on this album is absolutely perfect, and there's no question that everybody on the planet should own a copy of George Harrison's phenomenal triple release, All Things Must Pass. Alright guys, for something new today, we're going to check out the brand new record from Psychic Ills. It's called Hazed Dream. In a way that most records strive to achieve but ultimately fail, the title Hazed Dream is a perfect representation of the music found inside the album. The overall music on the album rarely moves above a perfectly mellow mood, and yet the group does manage to keep things going and engaging from song to song. The guitar tone found throughout is absolutely perfect, and it drives a majority of these songs. And it's also this element that gives Hazed Dream its amazing sense of movement. However, it's also in the sonic structure that you can realize that the band has taken an entirely new musical approach. While a lot of their earlier releases seemed a little bit confused, maybe a bit too chaotic, as well as a lot more concentration on the general drone sound, the music and the structures found on Hazed Dream have a much wider appeal than they've ever had before. The melodies are far more clear and more put together, and one can see this as the band maturing and understanding their strengths. However, even with this in mind, a lot of these songs are completely stripped down to their most bare elements, and the fact that even with this, they're able to create such massive moods are a testament to what a wonderfully unique band these guys are. Yet, the overall vibe stays completely intact, and it's these somewhat dark moods that persist throughout the entire record, and the voice of Trey Warren that come together in this amazing combination. Only occasionally does he push his voice past anything than kind of a controlled mumble, but it manages to work perfect with every single song. It's the way he seems to just smoothly slide into the musical arrangements with his vocals that draw the listener in deeper and deeper, and one can easily make the argument that this is the perfect album for a late night drive through the desert. Taken as a complete musical work, Hazed Dream is a unique musical work, but at the end of the day, there's nothing really that's gonna blow you away about it, so on the buy it or borrow it, this one is a borrow it. So that's what I got for you guys today. I hope you dug it. If you did, click subscribe, leave a comment, click like, you know the drill. If you want to email me, you can do that at thedailyguru@gmail.com, and check out my website where every single day I write about one of the greatest songs ever written at thedailyguru.net. You can like me on Facebook, you can follow me on Twitter, and we'll see you again tomorrow.